All right. I think we're good to go. How's everybody doing out there? We're going to get ready. We're going to run the weekly Reddit seed. So open mode here. Open mode, no boots. So let me double check that code. Samaria, lamp, compass, boots, mushroom. We get Samaria, lamp, compass, boots, mushroom. We're good to go. Yeah, hopefully everybody's doing well, enjoying your weekend. If you're in the U.S., probably a 3-day weekend for Labor Day on Monday. Hopefully you got time to relax or take a trip or whatever. Just do something, decompress, de-stress. I decided to do rando because what's less stressful than playing rando, right? All right. So we're good. We got our tracker. Controller's good. I think we're ready to get started. Last week's seed finished 7th out of 19, which is not bad. But we were 20 something minutes behind the winning time because Kirby decided to throw up a 109. I was in like the very like a 131 or something like that, which is pretty good time. But 109 for Kirby, so that was pretty good, I guess, if you're like that sort of thing. But it's our turn this week. Maybe we'll get the top spot. We'll see. All right. I think we're good to go. Get this kicked off and going. In 3, 2, 1, now. I don't have boots. I don't have a sword. That's right. All right. Green pendant desert, red pendant eastern. Nice. Pre-pull. We like that. And a glove. We like that too. All right. All in all, that was about as good as it gets. We got a glove. We got money. We got bombs. We got a lamp. So no dark rooms today. So for those of us in the U.S., if you're into this, NFL season starts this week, Thursday night. Nice full magic. Grab some more of that cashola, baby. And with the start of the NFL season, it's fantasy football season as well. I'm in a couple of leagues. We don't need that. That's good. But one of my leagues drafted last night. And I admittedly don't follow it as closely as I used to. But, I like to try to be competitive if I can. And I don't hate my team yet. So plenty of time for that. That was arrows on the bush crab, which is whatever. I had the 8th pick. I ended up getting Justin Jefferson. To me, he slid down to 8. So I'm pretty happy with that, even with his kind of a question mark at quarterback. He's too good not to put up numbers. The rest of my team's not awful, I guess. I get Jaden Daniels as my quarterback, which I'm kind of excited about. I think he's going to have a pretty solid year. One thing I really don't care too much about, at least during the draft time, is defense. That's something I usually try to just find matchups throughout the year. Plus, there could be a team that, kind of gels, partway through the season and goes on a run that wasn't necessarily highly drafted. But that's a position that I really don't put too much stock into. It's usually my last pick. Take that blue mail. Yes, I will. Alright, so we got a bee in a bottle, but that bottle opens up another item check here in the village, so we'll take that. My other league, which is kind of my main league, it's a league I've been in with a bunch of my friends for, I think, over 20 years at this point. That league drafts on Monday, so got a little bit of time before that. There's a pearl, so we are glove or hammer away from super early Dark World access. I kind of want it to be the hammer. If I get to choose, I would choose hammer. For a couple of reasons. One, it gives me offense. Two, it kind of limits where we can go. Like, there's some myths locked locations that we wouldn't be able to get to, so it opens the world up without making it wide open, which means stuff could be anywhere. Although not that. We don't care about that. And hammer lets us kind of route around the world a little bit easier. We can get to different places that we can't. Yeah, we want that. All right, now I feel a little bit better about if we happen to get myths instead of hammer. Just because I can have some repeatable offense. Or any offense at this point that isn't bombs. You can have this trash. Who throws a sword in the trash? Someone who already found their master sword, that's who. So we have mountain access, we have escape. I'm gonna check the south shore. Before I go, I'm probably gonna go west from here, check out what's in the desert area. And then I might even do Back of Escape. That's 3, potentially 4 pretty quick items to get. And I feel like there's usually something good back there. It's a good spot to go once you get your first glove. We'll check this area out, see what's going on. We can scout the ledge, check out Agena. Because Agena is a spot that, if you don't check it early, I feel like can be forgotten. And I think it might have been last week or the week before, I don't remember. One of the recent Reddit seeds, Ice Rod was in there, and it was required. So people that skipped it and never found a reason to get back there took a while to get there. I mean, more often than not, it's nothing, as with most checks, but can save quit out of here and check our next spot. Yeah, it's just bombs, which fine. All right, let's check that Back of Escape now before we go down to Mini Moldorm Cave. Hate those things. Our map and our key, so there are items in the rest of Escape. So we might as well check Dark Cross while we're here. We know it's guaranteed to be something. Yeah, this is one room that I have one section that I have a very hard time with doing in the dark. At least from the back. Alright, I don't hate that. It's not required, but I don't hate it. So now let's go down. We can check Mini Moldorm Cave. And I kind of want to put off going up to Death Mountain until we can get a mirror or a hook shot. Those would be the things I would want. One of those. Just to route in everything. They played nice, thank you. Another full magic drop that we didn't need yet. Okay, so we actually potentially can beat Desert if it's not boots locked. But it's a pendant. It is green pendant, so there's a little bit more value there, but something's getting delivered, so my dogs are going absolutely nuts. Fun prizes bones. Yes, please. Let's check out Escape. I'm gonna mute my mic. All right. Yeah, so our options are escape. We could go into desert, which I'll probably do before I go to Eastern and Saha, even though that's more dense, because that way we can turn everything in one shot. And Eastern's also a pendant, so there's really not really a good way to do this. And like I said, I really want to delay going up to the mountain until I can do more up there than just get a couple of checks. So really the question is what's going to unlock stuff for us here? There we go. Finally get into a good spot. Okay. So we needed to do this. Doesn't unlock anything. It actually will make the Landmo fight that much easier. Actually, way easier than with just Fighter Sword. If we can even do it. That's the other thing, is if we're boots locked, there's not much we can do short of get one item, one check. But on the off chance we can do it, we can then clear everything. Well, not everything, but we can turn in the green pendant on the way to checking Eastern. We'll see. Is something in Green Pendant Desert that we can access right now? Find out if this is a key, we're okay. If it's an item, or if it's not a key, okay. So we can probably clear. Actually, we can clear the dungeon. It's just a question of what do we get. All right, so shovel on the torch. This will be a small key. I'm actually gonna go beat the boss now. Just to minimize the amount of times I have to go left to right in this dungeon. And I kind of want to beat it anyway, since it is green pendant. It is green pendant, right? Yeah, okay. I thought so. You know, because I've marked it that way. But I've mismarked stuff before. Thank you. I want to try to conserve some magic here for this fight. We've either got 6 or 7 shots. I think it'll be 7. But either way, not really able to waste anything. Oh, we wasted one, but no harm done. Alright, so we did get an item. It does open up Zora. And we can fake Flipper to get the stuff in Waterfall Cave, too. So, that's an option. But let's head over to Eastern and do everything over there. Kind of hope that Green Pendant Turn-In has something. Like, not a hammer, but like Ice Rod. And TR is not the other pendant. Nope. Didn't happen. We also left an item behind in Desert, which I'm just now remembering. So that would be super awful. We never hit right side of Desert. So hopefully that doesn't come back to bite me. I mean, what are the odds, right? What are the odds that the one item we skip is holding progression for us? And believe it or not, we still have a decent amount of places to check, all things considered. That's not what I wanted to see. Because that puts the Aga Tower play in logic. Did not want to see that. If we were 2 items away, I would consider just rushing it, but since we only need 1, I don't think I'm going to rush there right away. Alright, so there's an item in the big key chest and an item on the boss. We can't get the item on the boss without the bow, and I honestly don't want to see the bow here. Because then I'll have to complete the dungeon at this point. And I would rather not. I would rather never come back here. Oh, we got the cape, we might as well use it, right? Alright. So Eastern was the play. Because now that makes the mountain much better. Now we can get over to the east side, clear everything out over there. Never understood why a hook shot which has, a grappling hook, essentially. Why that stuns enemies and not, impales them. Never understood that. Chalk it up to Nintendo logic, I guess. So hammer up here opens up Hera. Mitts up here opens up the rest of Death Mountain. And I feel like there's got to be something up here, right? It's the way this seed's gone. It's definitely a slow progression through the light world. But we have Hookshot, we have Fire Rod, Lamp. Pieces of Heart. Yeah, we can check out this east side. Feeling there's got to be something here. Something that we want is going to be in these checks. We've got 8 of them. Plenty of money. Plenty of money. Nice. Got all 3 in one spin. So that bow that lets us go get the last item in Eastern, that's in here. So, depending on where the other bow is, if there's an item on Armos, it was a required double dip. Unless the hammer is accessible without. Which I guess is possible, but not very likely. Alright, so nothing on the floating island. We'll check this, and then we're running a little low on checks after this. We've got Zora. We've got Eastern. And 1 item in Desert. Ay. Alright, well, I really don't want to go back into either of the pendant dungeons if I don't have to, so let's go check some of the water checks. I don't even want to call them flippers checks, because we don't have the flippers. Nice. We might as well check everything that we can anyways. Alright, so the island is junk. This is going to be an Agaseed and I'm gonna be clearing everything at like gonna get in the Dark World at like 35 minutes. That's too high. Right there. Yep, there we go. Yeah, that's kind of a tricky one to get. Because I think there's a way you can soft lock yourself if you line up wrong. I could be wrong about that, but... Get in there. There we go. Thank you. Alright, so I do have a bottle I can not get hit with. That would help if I did it the right way. Alright, so the mushroom is not in logic. I'll take the green, sure. So now we have a green and a blue. Don't walk on the land. Alright, we don't need to come back for that. Alright, let's see. This is in logic. At half magic. Not going to turn that down. So do we want to go back to desert? Do we want to go to eastern? Let's go back to desert. That's going to bother me. That I could have had. So we can just head straight to the right side. And then quit once we find whatever the second item is. Yeah, this was dumb. Forgetting to check this was an absolute mental mistake. Alright, so let's just check this right side. Hopefully there's... Of course. It's deep in the big key chest. Oh, it was the shovel. I'm an idiot. I am an absolute... That's why I didn't go back. Alright, because I am just destined to last locate. And that bow, maybe it leads to something. Who knows? Let's just go over here. Realistically, I should probably just go... Although the only thing open is pod. And catfish. Because I don't have the flippers. Oh, I have the hook shot. I can get over to Village of Outcasts. That's probably the play. But we're already here. And the mushroom is out of logic, so I shouldn't even have that. Unless the flippers end up, you know, here. Then it puts everything I just did into logic, and it puts that mushroom in there too. Yeah, I probably should be climbing Agate Tower. I probably should have done it 5 minutes ago. Oh well, nothing to be done for it now. We're already here. You make the decision, you live with it. Going back into desert was stupid too. Okay, let's see if we can at least get a quick kill out of this. Yes, and all right. So definitely should have gone Agate Tower. So not great. Yeah, what did I say? 35 minutes. That should be over 36 by the time we actually get up there. Not the best. I mean, the good news is my execution's been good. It's the decision making that's been bad. Which I guess is comforting in a way. Just physically I'm fine, mentally I'm a wreck. I don't like when the boomerang doesn't hit. I think it has to do with the way that the hitboxes are programmed. I have Fire Rod, I can just use that. Yeah, the way the hitboxes are programmed, it's almost like a physical, like, sprite. So the boomerang can hit that instead of the actual enemy, and all it does is alert them. Kind of annoying. Happens here sometimes too, although not that time. All right, let's see what we get for blue balls. He played kind on the first phase. See if we can get a 0. Wow, 0 blue balls. The ideal script. Yeah, so watch the Dark World tracker light up green. Yeah. So TR is our other 5/6. Skullwoods is the other pendant, which of course we can fully clear it. So why wouldn't it be? Let's just make a bunch of bad decisions. We're gonna go up to Catfish now. My reasoning being it's gonna be very tough to come back this way. We're already a good portion of the way there. And we don't have to walk all the way back down to, you know, like Pod. Because we're going to hookshot across and go over to Village of Outcasts. Alright, that was required. Or is required, I should say. We needed to go get that. So, I guess you'd call it a good play. But we wasted too much time in the light world to really get close to like a good time. And I am intentionally avoiding Pod, at least for now. Oh yeah. I was trying to lift that rock. Blind ped pull at 40 something minutes. We could. Oh, actually, not without the mirror. We can't blind pull it, but we could set up for a blind pull if we really wanted to. At this point, I don't, but not even bother. Can we? Nope. That's one item. Take me. Nuts, nuts, nuts. All right. Now we don't want it to take me. We want this next one to take me. Can't win. My timing's off. Alright, not too bad. This is all swag anyways at this point. There's only one item left. We already found the first item. Single rupee. Second item's probably in the back. Yep. Yep. No, I can't. I can't go back there for that. Whatever it is. Need to start clearing some well, we can clear Thieves, which is a crystal dungeon. There we go. Can't fully clear it. But it is clearable. I'm already not feeling good about this one. Although, to be fair, that started 25 minutes ago. Been second guessing most of my routing decisions for a decent amount of time now. Alright, so we've got Burna. That's our first item. Where am I going? I'm just out of it right now. Alright, let's focus here. Big key we knew we were gonna get. And a small key I didn't want to see. So 3 items in the back. Very likely we are leaving an item here. Okay. Didn't even need the cape. ether, okay. Don't hate ether. Of course, we have no idea what either of the medallion dungeon requirements are. We just know that both of them are required, Mire and TR. Alright, so we are 100% leaving an item behind. Just don't know what, obviously. But at least we'll be getting a crystal. 50 minutes in, we'll have our first crystal. I didn't even want to bother. Fine. Alright. Let's go south. We can get to Hype Cave. Beyond that, I think we've got to go to Pod after this, right? If we don't find anything. Maybe we could finish Skull Woods. Yeah, my only hope for a decent time is that head is required. Short of that, this is going to be pretty bad. But it's not out of the realm of possibility that head is required. I mean, I think anything at this point could be there. Hammer, a medallion, Samaria, mirror. I think head is wide open at this point. So that's my best hope for a decent finish. Is that the seed is just awful. But if there's nothing on PED, then we are in some kind of trouble. Alright, I mean, that's fine. Doesn't open anything for us. But that's fine. Let's go to PED. I mean, Pod. Jesus. Since there is something on PED, it's easy enough to get to. Once we find the mirror, we can just do it quickly. So obviously we want Hammer in here. just so we can finish it. And hammer opens up a lot. Mitts open up a lot as well. But hammer would let us do this in one go. Alright, so with no mirror, we've got to route this. We got to pay attention to how we route this. And I've had enough routing issues that I can't afford to not be paying attention. Perfect. Alright, let's see. Is this going to be a small key? Odds are better than average that it is. And it is. So we can do this. Kind of the way I like to do it anyways. So, nothing there. Great. Big key. So we got small keys on the right side. Which, if I had the hammer, I would just probably go and beat Helma right now. But since I don't have the hammer, I can't do that. We're going to check the rest of the dungeon. We're gonna have to death warp. No fairies, so I don't have to worry about that. No hammer, no mirror. We gotta get out of there somehow. Now we can check the rest of the dungeon. It just feels like everything I'm doing is super slow. Like I wanted to hammer you up there, but that's alright. I guess we can potentially save a key. Not that we need to. Yeah, alright. We haven't found a single item yet in 8 checks. There's one. Again, doesn't open anything yet, but we needed to do it. There's another. So Pod held the mother load. Just for kicks, I'm gonna hammer you on. Because I can, basically. Well, I hope I can. Nudge up, there we go. Perfect. So Mirror opens a couple of checks. Also gets us into Hera. And that's our last item. Okay. So let's go do Hera, I guess. Do Ether Tablet too. I think that's it with our current setup. We would need mitts to be able to do anything else up on the mountain. But we can at least get another crystal, so that'll be 2. So what do we need? Is it... It's hammer, it's mitts, it's flippers. And then some maybe items. Maybe medallions. Maybe the boots. No items yet. I messed something up somewhere. I thought those setups were pretty good. Yeah, this is super slow, super bad run. That is our first item. That's the key we didn't want to see. Then I got a bunch of bad checks. Although it might be worth to do Skullwoods and pull Ped. We can check Ped, I guess, but if we do Skullwoods first, we're gonna blind pull it because why not at this point? Oh my goodness. That kind of seed for me. Just bad. Whoa, baby. That was close to falling again, which would have been not good. And item in the basement that we also can't get. So that's 2 dungeons, both crystal dungeons we've cleared. We've had to leave an item. And one of the pendant dungeons. The only dungeon we were able to full clear was Pod. And I'm leaving the mushroom because it's out of logic till we get the flippers. So Let's make the meme play. Head blind pull incoming. Oh, I can't even do this way. Yeah, just not thinking. Just not thinking. Definitely not thinking. So without hammer or mitts, this is their only way into the dark. But if not here, we've got. Oh, you know what? I should have checked. And since we're still here, we have a graveyard ledge we can check. I walked right by it. So, if it's not here, we have Skullwoods, obviously, head. We've got not there. K45 and Bombos tablet as our only other logical plays. But for the memes, we're gonna hope there's something on Ped. See, that's another one. Right there. That hookshot clipped what I'm guessing is the hitbox of the third guard, the one that was way on the top of the screen. And it stopped it and aggroed the guard. Why it does that, I don't know. But it does. So, what can you do? Grabbed this key already. Not that we need it, actually. We have half magic. Got a blue and a green potion, so I'm not worried about... Oh, we're gonna go into this with almost full magic, which will be nice. Actually, we probably will go into it with full magic and full health, so... What's that? 9 hearts, half magic, blue mail, master sword, fire... Shouldn't have any issues. Thank you. Is this the item or are we going back? It's the item. So, blind ped pull incoming. Here we go. Yeah, I'm not reading it. That's for wimps. Show me something. Bombs. Nah, that's fine. That's fine. Shouldn't have expected anything else, honestly. So we're down to 2 checks. It's going to take a while to get to them. Can't go fast. This rate, we're not even going to sub 2. But I can't think about that now. We just got to find our next piece of progression. Whatever it may be. It's either got to be hammer or mitts, you would think. Alright, so here's check number 1. Yeah, alright. You know, I just now I'm completely out of it right now. I just realized now that I could have done Hera Basement. Like what is going on with my brain today? Just you gotta remember that, dude. Especially since I could have just brought him back and mirrored at that point. I am dumb. Brain isn't braining. Alright. We also have Dark Death Mountain we can do. Actually, I should probably do this first. Just to make it a little bit easier. I don't know what's going on with my brain. Just not good today. Like if there was a decision to be made, I made the wrong one almost exclusively. And we're not even done. What am I doing? What am I doing? I mean, the good news is once I get the hammer, I'm. Oh, we need the flute too. Flute, hammer, and medallions. If it's in Hera Basin, I'm gonna cry. Just absolutely cry. And by cry, I mean complain a lot about how badly I've routed this. Okay. So best case scenario, hammer's up here and ether opens TR. Worst case scenario, it's something like flippers, because then we can get into ice. That wouldn't be worst case scenario, I guess. Worst case is like boots that open up a couple of checks, and that gives me flute. Actually, there's really not a lot. Like, everything that I would get that would help me at this point to progress is going to open something, so. Don't even care what it is, just give me something. Swear to God, if it's Hera Basement. We're 4 checks away from it being Hera Basement, which we could have gotten 20-ish minutes ago, 25 minutes ago. Might as well see what we need to open TR. Quake. Alright. So let's add that to the list of things we need. We need hammer, we need Quake. We did not need the $50. There's hammer. And flute. How many times am I gonna do that? Alright, let's go activate that flute. Let's go over to Mire. Because if Mire opens with ether, then we can clear it. If it doesn't, then we'll know exactly what we need to clear all 7 dungeons. We won't know if we need the boots. Boots could be required for GT. They could also be required because the shovel's in there on the torch. And if that's holding Quake, let's say, then we'll need it for that. Yeah, this is not great. Not a great time. Not a great seed. Not a great job playing it. It's also Quake. So double Quake. We can't get in, but that's only one item we have to find. So we need Quake and we need flips. So what do we have? Mushroom's still out of logic. We have hammer pegs. Let's go do hammer pegs, and then we'll have to do Hera Basement and Spike Cave, which will take a collective 5 years. So we're an hour and 20 in, and I've cleared more pendant dungeons than I have crystal dungeons. All right, hammer pegs, are you the answer? Nope. Yeah, you know what? While we're here, we might as well check that last item in Thievestown. We're just gonna like 216 this, or close enough. Our only other in logic checks are up on Death Mountain. Is there anything in here that prevented us from going up to Death Mountain? Like, could we have done this in one shot? I think we could have. I don't remember anything being here that... Okay. Okay. So now we are flippers potentially for go. So that opens up Meyer and TR. What was our other 5/6 crystal besides TR? Oh, it was Meyer. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Yeah, just I mean flippers to finish the dungeons. Potentially boots for the torch and GT. That's where we are. And if GT Torch has the big key, then whatever. Godmire. Because why wouldn't it be? Okay. Let's see if Cutscene Chest has anything. Does it have the flips? I don't have to. Oh, wait. Don't screw this up. Okay, good. Flips could be in TR. Flips could be in Spike Cave. Flips could be in Terra Basement. It can't be on Mushroom. Those were Mushroom was in Waterfall Cave, which was flipper locked. We're taking a chance here. Need that. I think I screwed it up. Can't even get spooky right. Just not good today. All right, let's see what we can do. I haven't hit the eye that I'm standing on yet. Okay. So there is still an item in there. Gonna go back in and get it. That's a 3 checks, 1 item. Odds it's on the 3rd check at this point, probably pretty darn high. Even if it is odds it's the flippers, probably low. Flips are probably in TR. Huh. How about that? So now we're in kind of Schrodinger's go mode. Find the boots, we're in true go mode. But if we don't find the boots, we're just gonna hope that we're in go mode. I mean, it's a pretty low chance. It's 22 checks, so less than 5%. And I'll check stuff that's on the way for the boots. But I'm not going to go out of my way for them unless I know I need them. So you had to get the hammer up in Hookshot Cave. To go into Thieves Town to get Quake out of the big chest, to go to Meyer to get the flippers. And the Hookshot was in Eastern Big Key Chest. Pendant Eastern Big Key Chest. Not even Eastern, Pendant Eastern. Kinda gross. Also was an Agaseed. Just kind of gross seed overall. And again, I didn't play it well at all, but kind of gross. One more, I think. Alright. Well, I ran out of magic, but that's fine. So what do we need? We need to beat Helma, we need to beat Skull, and we need to beat TR. Yeah, this is gonna be like a 210. Unless we find the boots. Or we don't need the boots, I guess. That's possible. Likely, maybe even. So again, we'll check what's on the way. There's the mirror. There's the mirror. Oh my goodness. What is wrong with me? I should have grabbed that fairy. Yeah, we're really hoping that the 4% chance that the boots are required is actually the 96% chance that they're not required at this point. I can't even get Specky Clip now. I'm not feeling it today, I'll tell you that much. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, no boots. Can't dash up that hallway without boots. That was, what, Sankart? Or did I... whatever. The 13 Hearts Red Mail should be pretty well positioned for the rest of the game. Well, we are setting up for Master Sword Silverless, which is going to be fun. Jesus. All right, so let's go beat Helma. We know there's not an item there, but we need to beat it for the crystal. Thank goodness guards can't climb stairs. Wonder what happens when the guard, like when that guard sees me, like teleport. Like, do you think they're just like, meh, he's gone. No, not my problem anymore. Must, right? Otherwise, it'd probably block those portals off. Yeah, so we'll get into TR in about, I'd say, 5-ish minutes. Give or take. Somewhere just shy of 147, I think. Yeah, so hopefully that shovel doesn't come into play. Mushrooms in logic now, but whatever. Wouldn't hate sword or silvers. Can't get him here, obviously, because there's no items left in the dungeon, but PR could have a sword for me. GT could have a sword for me. But this is going to be like a 205, 210, probably. Which is my highest time, and I don't know how long. There we go. I don't think we've opened up the TR portal yet. We didn't have the hammer. Oh, we didn't go back after we got the hammer. We just left. I think because the flute was also there, we wanted to activate it, but either way, we can go up in the light world. All right. I'm interested to see what the times on these are. Like, I'm thinking there's people that have probably already finished at this point. That's my guess, anyways. But I'd imagine most times it'd be somewhere in the 150 to 2 hour range, which are going to be just above. Because we last locationed. Actually, I don't know. Because we last locationed Aga for Dark World. But we got the hook shot out of Eastern, which was deep in Pendant Eastern. So if you made the Aga play, you might not get back there for a while. So I don't know. But we also pulled Ped. We cleared Desert for no reason and went back a second time, also for no reason. Cleared Skull. Like, we did a lot of things that we didn't need to do. We were pretty late to get back to get that Quake. So I don't know. It would be interesting to see. Alright, well, there are the boots, so now we are officially go. Don't have to worry about the torch anymore. So boots at 147. Yikes. We saw the big key, so we don't need to worry about checking lava chest. We can skip that. Yeah, this will be in the 205 to 210 range, most likely. At least our bonk count will be low, right? Probably only, what, like... hopefully under 5. I almost want to check Laser Bridge. Almost. Oh, we have to, so that's fine. But just in case there's a sword there. I don't have powder, so I need to try to conserve some health a little bit. Okay. Bombos we don't need. That we needed. What do I need? Samaria. That's what I need. Oh, I have boots. Why am I walking? Why am I going slow? Alright, so that was all the items. So there will not be a sword here. So we're looking at potentially Master Sword Silverless. Oh, yeah, 1 heart? I really don't want to use that. We're going to take a chance. Ooh, baby. That was risky at best. Alright, so this will be map, I think. I don't think we've seen the map yet. Yeah. Alright. Off to GT. We'll get in a little over 152, so... Alright. Watch Big keep on the torch. Been worrying about it for so long. Yeah, let's conserve that health. Perfect. Oh man, what an awful, awful time of it. Well, boots are not required. Alright, so we can climb. I'm going to check Hope Room in case there is a sword or silvers there. Then we're going to climb. No luck. Well, so much for preserving health. There is... Alright. Feel a little better. Just in case we have to do Master Sword Silverless. Which is a real possibility. Come on. Really? Alright. At least he somehow walked between the spikes, so I'll take it. Alright. Somehow got two of them on the one shot, so I'll take it. Alright. This hasn't been an awful climb until I talk about it. Why do I even bring it up? Alright, that should be enough magic to get me through. Yeah, we're good. Wow, that was weird and close to falling off the edge. It's fine. I'll take the hit there. One more chance to potentially get an upgrade. Nope. Master Sword Silverless it is. Let's go. Maybe we can end on a good note here. Alright, that's 2. 3. That's the big fat 0 there. Alright, let's get a couple here. That's 1, that's 4. Alright, this should be good right here. Alright. Alright. So we'll get into the Ganon fight sub 2 anyways. So Master Sword Silverless. Let's go, baby. We got a blue and a green. So there's the double hit I was trying to get. Maybe I wasn't facing the correct way. That must have been it. Alright, this should be... That's it there. Okay. Okay, we're almost on phase 4 here. Arrows in GT. Ooh, baby. That was close. That's 2. Need 24 spins, I think. It's 3. It's 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Alright. Getting there. 12. 13. I think. Can't even count. Just keep getting those triples, though. I think there's only a couple more. Yeah, alright, good. So, as bad as that seed was, that fight, that was pretty darn good. That Ganon fight was pretty good for Master Sword Silverless. I'll have to see what the actual time was, but it might be one of my better fights. I'll have to time it. I'll have to go back in the VOD and time it. I want to say it was sub 4 minutes, though. You win. I don't feel like I won. Not one bit do I feel like I won. Alright, let's go see how bad we did. Let's reload the page anyways. Can't wait to see. 219. 208. 205. Yeah, 137 from a deleted account. Uh, 155 from Doggy. 205. I actually did better than I thought. 221. 159 for Emok. Well done. You're going to get me by a couple of minutes. Sub 2 on this is pretty darn good. 217. Kirby, 153. So if Kirby got a 153, I don't feel so bad. 255, yeah. Let's see, a 240, a 218, 158 for Skeptic Canary. Nice job, Tom. And that's it. So we're gonna be probably like 202, 201, 202, which is not awful. And considering some of the routing issues I had, it could have been a lot worse. I actually feel much better looking at those times. Man, that seat sucked. It sucked. All right, important stuff. First sword, easy, 6 minutes. That was on race game. Boots at 144. Flute at 115. That's when we got the hammer. Mirror at 56 minutes. Where was Mirror? Pod. I'll have to look and see if anybody found the swords or grabbed the silvers. 5 bonks, because we got them so late, and at least one of them, 2 of them were intended. So 20108, which is the timing that the Reddit subreddit or the subreddit seed. That's what we use. We go off of the in-game time, not the real time. So that way, if you've got to step away, life gets in the way, whatever, you don't have to do it all in one sitting. So 201, that's going to put me right now top 5, somewhere around 5 or 6. So that was something. Okay. I need a break after that one. That one kicked my butt. But I might try to jump on tomorrow for something. I don't know what. Enemizer, maybe. Some sort of one of the beer mode leagues. So it's what? All dungeons, open boots, Enemizer, and AD keys. I kind of want it. The Enemizer's co-op, and the open all dungeons is co-op, but open all dungeons is easy enough. That's basically what I did here. So, what can you do? All right, that'll do it. I'm gonna take a break. I should be back tomorrow. Probably not Monday. That's when my other fantasy football draft is. I've got stuff going on during the day, so I'm pretty much gone all day Monday, but try to get on tomorrow for some practice, and then I think starting Wednesday or Thursday, I think the signups end for the beer league, and then we should know probably end in next week what group we're in, who we're up against, and when we can start scheduling races. So should be fun. Yeah, that'll do it. I need a break. I will talk to y'all later. Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. See ya.